Hello, hello, hello. Happy Fresh Friday. Welcome in a big DJ making some major moves across the city right now. And he's the DJ of one of the biggest artists from Atlanta of all time, man. Please, welcome to Who's Spinning? DJ Marc B, the official DJ of 21 Savage. Hello.
My brother, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Thank you for joining us today, man. You know, we go back a little bit of a ways, man. You've made some major moves since I first came across you at Georgia State, man. How did GSU impact your career up to this point?
GSU gave me the network and the network that I needed to just keep on amplifying myself in different places. So I love going to Georgia State. I might not be able to recall all the stuff I learned in classes, but definitely I met some beautiful, interesting, wonderful people, you know what I'm saying? And that helped me take my career to the next level, I feel.
How did you start DJing? Just in general?
In general, I used to throw like house parties where my mom used to go out of town on some like crazy stuff. So eventually I was just like, all right, we're not paying DJs when we used to throw the house parties. So I used to just figure out how to use virtual DJ on my computer. Yeah. This was before I had a board or anything. And then
what year would this be?
It's probably 2012.
Okay.
2012.
So you was probably still in high school?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So once I just was like throwing these parties, and then my mom saw I was into it, but my brother really told her because he couldn't tell her that we was throwing the parties. So he told her like, oh yeah, he liked DJing and stuff. So she bought me this board, and then I went to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest got stupid from there. But I started spinning just on some like, I like music. I like to be in control of my house parties. And you know what I'm saying? We got to keep the vibe going. So that's how I started.
So I guess how long after that to you was like, wait, I can make a living off this. I could get paid for this.
I think by the time I was like a sophomore in college, not that I could really get paid, but I'm like, okay, I can make a couple bucks. Like, okay, people out here DJing clubs and little stuff like that. I'm like, okay, why not lock in and try to figure out how I could get in those different areas and stuff.
What was your, I guess like maybe your first major opportunity for you to really get to display your skills and people actually recognized you?
It was two big moments. I'll say three. One, shout out to DJ Blackboy. At the time, he was DJing for like Sci-Hi the Prince, Travis Porter, a couple of different other people, but he put me on my first gig ever, you know what I'm saying? So he used to DJ the whole party the whole time. Yeah. I'm like, man, let me DJ the first half for you, you know what I'm saying? So he let me DJ the first half. That was my first big opportunity. I used to DJ at Plaza at Georgia State before they closed it down. Yeah. So that got a lot of people's eyes, but basically the reason why that's big is because eventually after a year of me opening under Black Boy, I was telling different people like, hey, y'all should let me close the party because the people with Black Boy wouldn't let me close. I ended up getting cool with one of my best friends now, his name Julio, but he ended up like, all right, Mark, I'll let you close, but I need to hear you spin. So he came to Plaza, heard me spin, I ended up turning Plaza up, and then, you know what I'm saying? I ended up turning Plaza up, he let me close his party, I closed his party, I shut the party down, and then after that day, everybody was trying to book me on some crazy stuff.
So, again, I wouldn't say I was your friend, but I knew of you. You know, I'd see you every plaza. I'd see you spinning, like you said, dropping it. I guess, take us back to that time. I remember DJ John J. and said, was it a huge, big DJ community, or was it kind of like y'all two kind of running it, or what would you say?
Well, I don't know. I feel like Georgia State never really liked me because I feel like I was doing all the hood activities. I was in the streets, like. I wasn't doing.
You brought the culture we needed. We're in Atlanta. What you expect? What you expect?
For real. So my homeboys was always getting those gigs, and like from DJ Peter Parker, like he used to always do all the Georgia State events. You know, said John Jay eventually got on there. I think I only did like one or two, but like one of my other friends was Adonis. He was doing like curating all of the events, which was crazy. But no, I ain't never really like get on in the community. I would have said it's a community. It was like, at points it was DJ coalitions, don't get me wrong, out there, but for Georgia State, I feel like everybody was just thugging, doing their own thing. I just had my own stuff going on, so I already knew like the school's not messing with me, like nothing. I gotta stay in the streets, like, and just figure out what's happening with that. So I don't know, I never looked at it like it was a community, for real. I'm just doing my own thing.
The school rock. Some people, students rock with you, so you was spinning stuff over there from time to time. But the school in general,
Nah, they wasn't rocking with me heavy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was just like how I spend or the stuff that I don't know what it was, but I was always surprised. I'm like, I felt like I had a big following and I should have been on the path. But I knew it was politics too, so
Of course.
I just left it alone eventually.
So when did you become 21 Savage DJ? Actually, before you even get into that, take me back to the first time you met 21.
The first time, what was it like that? I don't know if he had like a random like event he was doing. I think it was a birthday party. I don't know. It was something like real intimate. But I went there and I was DJing before, and we came and we chopped it up, and it was cool. But before even Savage, it was Meezy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was like the huge influence on me kind of being around.
I'm sorry, who's Meezy? My apologies.
Meezy is 21 Savage manager, like day one, same time around.
Wow.
He was Savage manager before I was his DJ. So I was already cool with Meezy once I got cool in the promoter scene once he let me close that party. So then I got on Mansion. Mansion was like...
Mansion Elon?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, you throwing it back, my brother.
It was classic, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I was running it up DJing, and then they put me on Mansion. Mansion, the biggest party in Atlanta at the time. Yep. And Meezy was like one of the promoters there. So we had knew each other, and we was just cool every, you know what I'm saying, time we seen each other. But that was the more reason for me getting around Savage than me just pulling up on Savage one day.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But the time me and Savage met, it was like a cool little intimate little party or something. And I think I was DJing at the table. He just came, hollered, and we just cool ever since.
This was, I guess, how soon or before or after Red Ops when he first dropped his first big song?
A little bit after Red Ops, but not when Red Ops was lit.
Going crazy, yeah, hadn't gone crazy yet. He just kind of just dropped the song.
Yeah,
it didn't go up yet.
It was still like other songs in rotation, like Picky, Whoa, like it was just a couple different songs. But I came around right probably before Red Ops got real
So
crazy.
so I'm slick late. Red Ops wasn't 21's first song.
Nah, Red Ops was Savage first big song, but in Atlanta he had other records like I got 1 foot in.
You are so right. I'm tripping.
Yeah. What I'm rapping, but trapping what I'm about.
Yeah.
Like so, it was little songs here and there
that were bubbling around the city.
Yeah, and so right. Savage was at that point. I think he was big because people knew about him. The streets knew about him, and I think this was the time the internet was catching on. Yeah. And I think right when Red Ops dropped is when he kind of made Meezy his manager, and Key also. Shout out to Key. So he made both of them his managers, and then I think after that shit started getting stupid.
So it started going up.
Facts.
So I guess my next question would be is how did you guys connect and when did you become his official DJ? What was that process like?
It was a funny process. Cause I was DJing for Savage, but I feel like I'm the last DJ to help break an artist. I feel like DJ now is a little bit different, but
DJs aren't breaking artists no more. You're right.
Nah, I feel like I was already like the young hot DJ. You know what I'm saying? So I would go to like Mansion Alone, or at the time it was Quad. Yeah. Quad was open, so I would go to these places and okay, you might think breaking a record is like playing a record, but it's not. It's like I would play 1 foot, Whoa, Red Ops, run 1 foot back, run another song.
They gonna know this song before you leave,
But it was like a mind trick because it was like more than they gonna know this song. Like I want y'all to know Savage. Yeah. Like who is this guy? He's playing 6 times, but he sounds similar and there's different beats. And now you like, hold on, let me Shazam him. So now people used to come to see me play just so I could play Savage.
The Savage set.
It started to get crazy. It started to get crazy for real. Then I was like mixing his songs with different stuff, but basically in my junior and senior year, Savage went on his first tour. At that time, I was already plugged in with Meezy. Meezy had came to me like, this was before I started breaking his records, but he came to me like, oh, I got this artist named 21 Savage. Would you play his records? Not even like, would you be his DJ? I'm like, I already know who the hell that is. I'm running him easy. I just like this song. Because I was like different. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it was like a money-hungry game in Atlanta with DJing. So to play your record, you had to pay the DJ $200 for one spin. And I'm like, I'm coming in here messing up the game because I'm like, the young hot dude, and then I'm running everybody's song for the low just because I like the song. So people like, damn, who the hell is he? Started running this shit up with Savage. Meezy came along. I got this dude. Would you mess with him? I ended up spinning him. They ended up going on tour, but I was in my junior year. So I'm like, okay, do I quit school or do I try to finesse that play? You know what I'm saying? At the time, my mom ain't want me to quit school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But believe in your gut more than you believe in your gut. But I ended up finishing school, and this was probably the most critical moment in my life. Because I was like, damn, we didn't really talk about how they was going to go on tour, so they ended up just going and taking another DJ. So at this point, I'm like, damn, I'm the nigga spinning the songs and playing the records and breaking this shit. And
I get left out.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to come with a real, like, talk with myself was like, oh, did you start DJing? And this is what I tell people to, like, the best thing is, like, don't trick yourself off the street. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, did I come into DJing to be 21 Savage DJ or to make $1 million? Or I just love doing this shit when my mom used to go out of town. So in that next year of me being like, okay, do I still play Savage records? Do I still be like, I fuck with them? Or do I just be like, nah, fuck y'all niggas? Yeah, my bad for cussing. But do I just be like, fuck y'all for real, and then go about my day and doing it? And so in that time, I was like, Mark, you ain't never really care about being this DJ, just keep being genuine. Yeah. Life gonna turn around. So they ended up going on the tour. It was Kodak Uzi Lucci.
What?
Yeah, Kodak Uzi Lucci. He ended up taking DJ Outer Space, but DJ Outer Space was already on the tour from my knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it was like, okay, we're gonna use what's most efficient for us because you going on your first tour, like you don't wanna bust all the bag down and pay up. You ain't got that much money. So after they did that tour, they was going on tour with Thug. Meezy called me like, we need our own DJ. And then the rest is history.
No, I love that. I love that. Did you know he was British back then?
Nah, I didn't know, but I did meet his family, and I could tell, like, you just know when people got that Caribbean and that Jamaican in you, like, it's just infectious, you know what I'm saying? So I knew son was going up, but I didn't know when we first was kicking it, like, oh, nah. But then he, like I said, that's just like your hometown. It's like, you might be from somewhere, but are you really that? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like you could be born in damn Switzerland, but if you live in Miami for 10 years, you ain't American. You ain't from Switzerland.
That's the realest. Yeah. I guess my next question would be, what tour stands out to you the most? You've been touring with Savage for years now. I know you've been on your own time tour sometimes, your own events, going city to city, college parties and stuff like that. What tour is just something you'll never forget and why? Or which tour?
Damn, that's a crazy. I don't know. All of them is like slick special in their own way because it taught us like something different. And just to make it short and sweet, like when we went on our first tour with Post Malone, Savage realized like, oh damn, like I got.
That was your first tour?
Now this was after.
Post Malone is crazy.
Like the third, maybe third.
This is the rock star.
Yeah. So this, when they went on tour, it was like we had our setup, and then we had Post Malone set up, and this man got $1 million in lights, just the lights. So it's like things you learn, and then we went on tour with Cole, and then I learned like how playback was significant, like how he played his music and how he could be on stage and talk through his moments. So it's like that. But the best tour with me, or the one that I most remember, was like this Europe run we did probably like a year, 2 years ago. That was probably the best.
Was it for the Drake?
No, right after that American Dream tour.
Yes.
Yeah, so we went on that one. That was real big because for the last 3 tours before that, I was never able to like DJ or do a set or do anything because I was learning Cole, need the whole stage and this, and it was just so many different things that wouldn't let me. So for 3 years, I didn't get to DJ at any tour, didn't get to play a song. I was only like working on Savage shit. So then when we went on Europe, that was the first time they let me DJ, and that it was crazy. It made me tap into myself like, okay, you probably got something. Like, it's okay. Like when I see first 2,000 people get lit and they losing their mind for following me because I'm playing these songs like this, and then it's okay. I go here and then it's the same, and then I go here it's kind of the same, and then I'm like, okay, this ain't a fluke, because I don't think everybody that DJs for 5 minutes before their artists come are getting this type of love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that just showed me like the culture, the world. Like the world is a crazy place where I wish everybody could get to see it, because you realize, bro, I done been to 20, 30 countries. It's people that ain't never been outside of Georgia. Man. It's people that ain't never been outside the U.S. So I really like, I'm appreciative, grateful of that, and I use that as my best like inspiration of just where I'm at now and like what I see for myself going forward. That opened my damn eyes to like everything. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. shit is cool, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. And that's how probably they feel about over here. You know what I'm saying? But over there, bro, when you see the culture, and I'm from the Virgin Islands, so I done seen like people fucked up, not having like it ain't even that, but it's like how people appreciate you, what you doing, if you really.
It hits different overseas, bro. Everybody's a lot more. It's more heart, bro.
Right, it is. It just, and I think we spoiled in the U.S. Yeah. We get what we need. We get what we want. We get to see every artist that's possible. Like we get everything. If you don't get it in Augusta, you could travel to Atlanta and see it in Atlanta. So I'm like, that's more my. When I got to see overseas, bro, that shit changed exactly how I just think about everything.
Who are some underground rappers that are buzzing to you right now?
Good question. Who is buzzing or who do I like?
Or who do you like? I'm sorry. Who do you like?
I love like this guy, Legend Ye. He's super fire. Real recognized, real. He's fire. Belly Gang, Cushington. He's like one of my favorite artists right now.
His event last night was fire.
Oh my God, I wish I could have came. I had to go do some shit at the studio, but Belly Gang is like probably one of my top artists right now that I listen to. I just fuck with who he is, and he light skinned like me, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I like the light skins with it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like the culture of Atlanta is like slipping a little bit.
Yeah, we need more. Like we need something new.
We need records though. We don't need YNs.
I like
you know what I'm saying?
Real music.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, 60 years ago, I feel like we lived in the mecca of this shit because we had people with records. Even Savage
every day, yeah.
Even Savage on some like gangster street shit. Yeah. It's records in Red Ops if you really listen to it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that like we missing that time, and maybe because so much like police and all that other shit going on, but I hope we can get back to like whoever the YNs is, like. Y'all don't just think about how to make crash out music, but
make some good music, man.
Make some songs, bro.
Make some songs,
bro. So I don't see a lot of people other than Belly Gang right now. Rio, like Legend Ye is cool. You should tap in with him. But like those, I'm probably missing a few. Don't get me wrong.
You good?
But those just come off the top of my mind and just like people I'm like listening to and I'm vibing and just make me more inspired.
What are 2 songs you always gonna drop on the set during your DJ set?
Damn, man. Katy Perry Fireworks.
Okay.
That's probably.
Are you being for real? Are you trolling me right now?
Dead ass serious. Like if I'm talking more performance though, like on the stage, if I went out of town, like that's one of the most universal songs in the world.
Right, okay. That's rare to hear from the DJ. I like that.
I don't know. It's nothing. It's nothing like I have to drop. I feel like that's what get DJs caught up. Like just no. It's like every day is something new. One day I might be going Fiend and it's cool and we gotta get them lit. Next day I might be going, like I said, We Are Fun and you know what I'm saying, Party in the USA and we going that vibe. Just whatever the crowd feels. But DJing, if I'm at like I don't know, that's different too. I feel like I just let my energy for that day control whatever I'm feeling. So it's never this what I'm playing. Like nah, whatever it feel like we go into. If it's we just playing Pussy Money Weed by Lil Wayne and all them hustler music, that might be the day. Next day it might be turnt. We playing Sexy Red and
it's just the vibe of the day.
It's just the vibe. So it's no song, but definitely Katy Perry. I shout out to her because she got one of the best songs that everybody know. Like regardless if you speak Italian. Rap, anywhere you go, whatever you speak, wherever you
start saying that song.
They know it, bro. They know it, bro.
He's my favorite artist, so I have to ask.
Okay.
Drake, man.
Facts.
When take me back to the first time meeting Drake. Was that during Sneakin' when him and 21 first linked up, or did you meet him like maybe on the tour? How was that situation? And then how is he as a person?
When did I meet Drake? I met him a few times. I forgot when the first time I met him. But it's like, I don't know, we got this like light skin connection. Like he like, oh, I know I seen this.
Right.
But that's what's funny. It's like this video of like my mom in the crowd, because you know Drake used to come through the things. So for some reason my mom was at the show. He came down the same road she was on. And then as soon as he, like if you watch the video, as soon as he see her, he like, I feel like I know you. And then he gave her a hug, and out of everybody he walked down and then thing. So I don't remember the exact time I met Drake, but we done met like five.
But I already know. I'm being a fan right now.
But nah, Drake is a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's who he is. He's inviting. He makes sure everybody good. It's funny story. One funny story about Drake. He was an asshole, but it was understandable. And I just know about music. But I was DJing. I was running playback on the It's a Blur tour, and somebody else kind of set up the playback or whatever. And then in the middle of the show, while Savage was performing, all my equipment went black. Everything shut off in the middle of Drake. So this is a whole arena just goes black.
Stop.
And so I'm trying to troubleshoot, but it's like if you know play, it's no way you can troubleshoot this shit. So for the next 5 minutes, it's like lights off, people trying to figure out what's
going on.
Bruh, I'm like, Drake finished the show because we ended up doing it off this other DJ deck or whatever. He ended up finishing the show, and as he's walking off, he like, I'm the only one that can fuck up at the show. So nobody else can fuck up. And if they do, and he said some slick shit, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nah, he right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so adamant about my job. Ever since I learned playback after that point, no show is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? With me or Savage or anybody. So I'm like super proud of like those moments. But Drake is cool as hell, man. He a man that's about his business and about his job, and that's what you appreciate. You'd rather have somebody who care about this shit than don't.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you also into production. You produce for Nudie, you produce for 21 himself, and Seti Hendrix.
Yeah.
Why did you, I guess, want to add that into your DJ repertoire?
Yeah, a lot of people say this, and it's like cringy to me. Like, oh yeah, DJs back in the day used to know how to produce. I really don't give a fuck. Like, to be honest, I'm like this DJ and craft. Like I've never really like maybe had mentors or looked up role models. I just literally, like I said, just did this shit because I just love music. I used to love like, what the hell would Mary J. Blige beat sound behind Migos? Like that shit used to always be interesting. So about the time that all the clubs started to close when Georgia Tech started to expand because they wanted to buy the whole Spring Street, at least 5 clubs closed during that, I realized it's gonna be a shortage of clubs. It's gonna be probably 2 or 3 clubs that we all can go to and we can navigate. And if you really want to get on a club, you gotta be cool with the promoter. You gotta be fake cool with the promoter. Or I'm not gonna do it. Or you gotta kick your DJs off that you know and that's your homies. You know what I'm saying? I felt like all of those instances, I never wanted to do.
You didn't want to even be in that situation.
I ain't want to be like, hey, bro, I fuck with you, but also I need money, so let me do this. So I was blessed to be around Savage, and I was like, damn, bro. I went to school, graduated. I'm not dumb, stupid, or ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I need to keep on adding stuff to what I'm doing. So I was like, damn, let me figure out this producing shit. So I like stayed ducked down for like 6 months, ain't tell nobody, was just making beats, sending my homeboy, this sound better, this sound better, this sound better. After like a year of me just thugging, figuring it out, I got way better. But the goal was, okay, I want to put out music in a way I feel like that's different. I feel like people shit on Khaled because they feel like he don't make the beats. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, no, I can get in the room and you got to know a little bit of everything, right? I can't be like, oh, hey, bro, this is how you should do your podcast. I don't know shit about podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real.
So when I started this little FYM, the label I'm starting, I'm like, bro, I got to learn all the different tasks so I can be able to delegate it. You know what I'm saying, in the right way. So I just really like the music, bro. To be honest, love music. I love making beats. I didn't care about placements. I don't care about getting them out. The only thing I care about one day is maybe hitting Billboard. If I can hit this, I'm made if I hit Billboard, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's really the next phase for me. So, I don't know, I just started doing it because I liked it, bro, to be honest. And everybody else doing it for money, or they think it's clout, or they, you know what I'm saying, not putting me in a pedestal, but they might see me winning off certain things, and they're like, oh yeah, we should produce too, but it ain't because of that. I just like this shit, bro. And that's what always just kept me being good at the things I'm good at.
Man, I just want to say, Marc B, DJ Marc B, thank you,
Man,
for selling us on Who's Spinning, man. You really gave us some gems, right?
Yeah, man.
Some gems. You told us about 21, Drake, everything. So I just want to say I thank you, my brother. I've seen the progression for at least a decade, bro, and you've been going crazy, bro. So keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see the next tour. Tell 21 drop. We waiting. We waiting.
It's coming. But I'm locked in, bro. I appreciate you just for having me, man. It's just a great experience to be able to just give some game back. That's the biggest thing I'm on this year. I'm finna start tutoring. So if anybody want to learn how to produce, DJ, come holler at me. We teaching people for easy in a month. You can learn the basics, and we'll teach you some shit. So.
Where can we follow you at, and where can they sign up for that when it's time?
__ MARCB. That's my page. You can get on my page. I'll tell you all the info. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a DM away. I check my DMs. I check everybody who hit me. I'm not too bougie. I want to be the first person that's so up here that they hit people back, and you be like, why the fuck is he doing?
I'm surprised he just hit me back, man.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I want to be, man. So I'm blessed to be where I'm at. I want to give game back to everybody, and you know what I'm saying? Figure out how we can keep on making this shit big.
Man, appreciate you, DJ Marc B. It's your host, Toby, and we rolling out. Hello.
Started recording on the board too.